Top 25 Web Administrator Interview Questions and Answers. Web administrators, sometimes known as webmasters, are responsible for the general upkeep of a company's website. To keep sites functioning effectively, web administrators ought to have a deep technical understanding of web maintenance, and they should have the ability to connect with the engineers and other team members. Companies will look for people with a computer science or web design diploma or graduate degree. So here are the top 25 web administrator interview questions and answers that will help you during the interview section. 1. Why are you interested in this role? Sample answer. I am interested in this role as my education and my career line both support this role. I am interested in technical knowledge, which is why I selected this field as a part of my education and career. I'm sure if this role is assigned to me, then I can not only handle it well, but it will also increase my experience and potential to rise up as a web administrator. 2. What are the roles of a web administrator? Sample answer. To get a website running, set up a web host, set access for users, develop news and mail servers, and safely connect databases and other back-end components, as well as constantly evaluate website performance by evaluating figures such as loading time and memory usage. These are the few major roles of the web administrators, but web admins are also responsible for the assessment of user feedbacks, effectiveness, and traffic, and they also explore marketing techniques like newsletters and SEO to get more users into the website. 3. What are the qualities that a web administrator need to be successful? Sample answer. Web administrators should have good technical skills and problem-solving abilities, as well as working expertise in both web development and system administration. Because this profession deals with numerous aspects of the web, from infrastructure to content, a desire to learn new things is beneficial. To be successful, web administrators must have knowledge in web development, infrastructure, testing, dependability, and customer service. 4. What major challenges did you face during your last role? How did you manage them? Sample answer. The major challenge that I faced during my last role was to bring quality traffic to the site that I used to manage and maintain its position due to high competition. For this, I developed a clear strategy to beat my competitors in the field of content and loading time and managed to hold my current position. 5. Describe your daily routine as a web administrator. Sample answer. I daily used to back up my application's data to counter any emergency issues and evaluate web page sources or server problems and take the desired actions to fix those errors. On a daily basis, I monitor systems for viruses and report data breaches to the proper personnel. Aside from that, I schedule time for web development through education, reading, or attendance at professional conferences, workshops, or groups as part of my daily routine. 6. Describe briefly about your experience. Sample answer. During my educational period, I engaged in carrying out a few web administrator activities. I developed my own site when I was in college, so I had little bit information regarding the servers and networkings etc. at that time even. This gave me a boost during my studies as well, and then finally, after graduating, I got a chance to work with a local firm Web.Inc. for 5 years, where I polished my skills even further and carried out all the tasks and activities that I have mentioned before. This also led me to build communication skills and learn ways to work in groups and teams professionally. 7. What kind of strategies and mindset is required for this role? Sample answer. Most of the time, the basic strategies that are required for this role can vary from choosing reliable network administration training to infrastructure expertise so that you can enhance your knowledge and get things done in the correct order. The overall thought that should be revolving around your head must include that no matter what happens, you should perform such activities that can give a boost to the overall performance of the company and make things easy for the firm so that it can maintain its position. 8. What is the biggest challenge that you foresee in this job? Sample answer. It is obvious when you move from one company to another or from one job to another, at a greater or different scale, you find challenges. After studying the entire requirements for the position, I did not find any tough area that will require my extra attention, but still, if there will be any challenges in the future, then I'm pretty sure that working as a team will sort them out. 9. How do you stay motivated in your work? Sample answer. The main thing that keeps me motivated is responsibility. Once I commit something, I try my level hard to perform it in a correct way, because it is the belief that owners and other members of your team put on you, and I try my best to meet up their expectations. 10. Describe a time when you failed in this role and the lesson you learned. Sample answer. I once failed when my boss gave me the responsibility for the network maintenance, where I had to communicate to the team of engineers and meet the deadline as well, and I took it easy. This taught me to work in a group and also gave me a sense of responsibility to never break the trust of your superiors or any other person who relies upon you. 11. Why do you feel you are the most suited for this role? Sample answer. I have all the expertise that are required for this role. Apart from this, I am passionate about the position, and when you love something, you do it perfectly. My education and different certificates also indicate that I'm the best fit for this role, and I am determined to work hard and maintain the company's position. 12. Share with us your greatest achievement. Sample answer. My greatest achievement is trust. I have only tried those things that I can perform best and never showed commitments towards those things which I cannot do well. This led me to build trust in my superiors by showing my honesty towards various tasks. It's not like that I don't take chances, because if you don't take chances you stop growing. But my clear communication showed my superiors that I am an honest guy, and I clearly demand extra time if I think that this task will take more effort from my side so that I don't miss the deadlines. 13. What is HTTP and what port does it use? Sample answer. The Hypertext Transfer Protocol, or HTTP, is the primary protocol for delivering web content on the Internet. This protocol is still used by most websites to send primary website content and to show and navigate hypertext or links. While HTTP can employ a variety of carrier protocols to transfer data from one system to another, TCP port 80 is the most often used protocol and port. 14. What is HTTPS and what port does it use? Sample answer. HTTPS, or Secure HTTP, not to be mixed with SHTTP, which is a whole other standard, is HTTPS' older sibling. HTTPS was created to be utilized for identity verification, and it makes use of SSL certificates to ensure that the server you're connected to is one it claims to be. While HTTPS provides some encryption, it is frequently judged insufficient, and further encryption methods are sought wherever possible. TCP port 443 is used for HTTPS transmission. 15. Define IP classes. Sample answer. There are 4 sets, octets, of numbers in the IP address that most people are aware of, IPv4, each with a value of up to 255. The number of potential hosts that an IP class can handle on a single network is what distinguishes them. The more networks supported by a specific IP class, the smaller addresses each network has. 16. What is a firewall? Sample answer. A firewall prevents things from communicating from one end to another. Firewalls are available in a wide range of hardware and software forms, and also in network and host options. When Windows XP SP2 was released, it included Windows Firewall, which was most people's first exposure to firewalls. 17. How will you define proxy servers? Sample answer. A proxy server caches the contents of those websites, similar to how a DNS server caches the addresses of accessible websites and does the heavy work of search and retrieval for users. Proxy servers can also keep a list of blacklisted and whitelisted websites to keep users safe from viruses that are readily avoidable. Proxy servers can also be used to track user web activity to ensure that sensitive information does not leave the premises, depending on the company's aims. 18. What is the difference between a workgroup and a domain? Sample answer. A workgroup is a set of systems having their own set of rules and local user logins associated with it. A domain is a group of systems connected by a centralized authentication server that informs them of the rules. While workgroups function well in small groups, it gets progressively difficult to handle writes and sharing if the number of systems exceeds a certain threshold, often 5 systems. 19. Did the pay package we offered motivate you to apply for this web administrator position? Sample answer. The compensation was quite appealing, but it was the job itself that drew me in. I am keen to work with your firm apart from the salary perspective. No doubt, salary is important, but I truly want to become part of your firm and provide my expertise. 20. What programming languages have you worked with before? Sample answer. I have past experience in HTML, CSS, PHP, and SQL. Apart from this, I have command over Laravel framework and JavaScript. Many sites are created using WordPress nowadays, but still languages have the strongest grip. 21. What is the importance of doctype in HTML? Sample answer. Doctype tells the browser which version of the HTML or XHTML is being used and how to render the page. These standards are essential to carry out the codes written by using the HTML language. Without this, the browser will not get an idea about the version of the HTML or XHTML. 22. What is your biggest weakness? Sample answer. I sometimes get sidetracked by small details due to excess work. Usually, I get back to the details, but sometimes it takes time because I think too much for other people around me, and about their trust, so it makes me a little bit nervous as well. 23. Do you have any expertise with tracking tools and software? Sample answer. Google Analytics is the best tool for keeping the track of the audience visiting your site. I often use it and almost every user in the field of web administration uses it. Apart from this, for SEO purposes, I use Ahrefs and Google Keyword Planner tools to rank my site better in the Google and other search engine results. 24. What are some of the most typical causes for a slow-loading website? How can you fix them? Sample answer. Slower results can be caused by a variety of factors, including poorly optimized graphics, too many scripts, a lack of cache plugins, unstructured coding, and poor server performance. I plan to conduct ongoing website speed tests to identify areas for improvement and solve them as they arise, until the website receives a perfect score and loads quickly on all devices, with the exception of those with bad internet connections. 25. Do you have any questions to ask us? Sample answer. Sir, with your permission, I'd like to receive my feedback so that I can examine and enhance my strengths while also correcting my flaws. This will improve my self-confidence and put me in comfort so that I can further increase my motivation. Thank you.